The Fed is not just a bank, it is one of the most powerful organizations in the world, where every decision can shake the global economy. It is also the center of countless rumors and mysteries. Why can a financial institution influence every breath of the global financial market? What secrets are they hiding? In this video, we will explore the history of the Federal Reserve and the rumors surrounding it. Get ready, because you are about to enter a world full of power, mystery, and intrigue. In 1776, the United States gained independence from the British Empire. A new nation was born, full of potential but also facing many challenges, especially in building a strong financial system. Alexander Hamilton, one of the founding fathers of the United States and the first Secretary of the Treasury, had a special relationship with the Rothschild family. Born in the British West Indies, Hamilton came to America with a concealed background, and later married into a wealthy New York family. According to transfer receipts stored in the British Museum, we can see that Hamilton had received assistance from the Rothschild family. This relationship might have helped him propose and establish the first national bank in 1791. The value of this bank was $10 million, with private individuals holding 80% of the shares, and the remaining 20% belonging to the U.S. government. By 1811, the Bank of England and Nathan Rothschild had taken 7 million of the original 10 million shares, becoming the principal shareholders of the First National Bank. This bank operated as a central bank, but after 20 years, in 1811, Congress did not renew its charter due to disputes over the bank's power and influence. The War of 1812 between the US and the UK was believed to be a response by Nathan Rothschild to the closure of the First National Bank. Funded by the Rothschilds, and upon Nathan Mayer Rothschild's request, the UK declared war on the US. The Rothschilds' plot was to plunge the US into debt from this war so deeply that the US would have to surrender to the Rothschilds and allow them to resume ownership of the first bank. As a result, after the war, America's debts soared from $45 million to $127 million, and the U.S. government had to concede to let this family continue to control the central bank. After the War of 1812, the Second National Bank was established in 1816, with 80% of its capital held by private individuals and the remaining 20% by the government. Similar to the First National Bank, the Rothschilds held the power of the Second National Bank. But once again, controversy over the bank's power erupted. President Andrew Jackson viewed the bank as a corrupt institution benefiting the wealthy at the expense of ordinary Americans. On January 8, 1835, Jackson became the only president in U.S. history to pay off the national debt, creating a surplus of $35 million. At the end of January 1835, he survived the first assassination attempt on a sitting president. After a long struggle, the bank was dissolved, and its charter was not renewed in 1836, leading to the collapse of the Second National Bank. In the ensuing decades, the United States had no official central bank, leaving a significant gap in the nation's financial system. This marked the beginning of a prolonged period of financial instability, with numerous crises and interventions by international financial forces. Despite the financial forces attempting to control finance and create financial crises in 1857, 1873, 1884, 1893, 1896 while inciting the Civil War and splitting the United States, their efforts were ineffective. Instead, it increased public resentment against the banking tycoons. Any proposal related to a central bank was avoided by Congress like the plague. To turn the unfavorable situation around, a massive financial crisis was conceived. The Panic of 1907, orchestrated by Morgan and international financiers, shook American society, illustrating how fragile a society without a central bank could be and prompting Congress to seek a long-term solution. In 1910, a secret meeting took place on Jekyll Island, Georgia. Attendees included Nelson Aldrich, chairman of the National Monetary Commission and father-in-law of John D. Rockefeller, Jr., Paul Warburg, a Jewish citizen from Germany representing the Rothschild family in England and France, Abraham Piatt Andrew, Assistant Secretary of the Treasury, Frank Vanderlip, President of National City Bank, Henry Pomeroy Davison, senior partner of J.P. Morgan, Benjamin Strong, assistant to J.P. Morgan. They met under pseudonyms to avoid public and press attention, gathering with a crucial mission, the Federal Reserve Act. Paul Warburg, who drafted the document, to suggest using the name Federal Reserve to obscure the true nature of the entity. However, the Federal Reserve had all the functions of a central bank, with the only difference being the removal of the 20% government ownership, making it a purely private central bank. To conceal the true nature of the Federal Reserve and who truly controlled it, Paul cleverly included in the draft that members of the Board of Governors are appointed by the U.S. President. However, the actual function of the Board of Governors was controlled by the Federal Advisory Council. Members of the Federal Advisory Council were determined by the presidents of the 12 Federal Reserve Banks. In 1913, under President Woodrow Wilson, the Federal Reserve System was born. Since its establishment, the Fed has shown an undeniable truth that there is manipulation by banking tycoons within the financial, industrial, and political lifeblood of the U.S. Furthermore, Wall Street tycoons have close ties to the Rothschild family. Many rumors suggest that Fed members are carefully selected by major bankers. This allows them to easily manipulate U.S. monetary policy, thereby influencing the global financial system. This control extends beyond national borders, affecting the entire world. Who controls the Federal Reserve has long been shrouded in secrecy. Some conspiracy theories even suggest that the Fed is controlled by secret societies or even reptilian extraterrestrials. This mystery was eventually revealed by Eustace Mullins, author of The Secrets of the Federal Reserve. After half a century of research, he uncovered the 12 earliest business licenses of the Federal Reserve, detailing the value of each share that makes up the Fed. The New York Federal Reserve Bank effectively controls the operation of the Federal Reserve System, with registered shares as per the audit report on May 19, 1914, totaling 203,053 shares. Among them, National City Bank of New York, owned by Rockefeller, holds the largest number of shares at 30,000, merged with First National Bank in 1955 to form Bank of America. First National Bank, owned by Morgan, holds 15,000 shares. National Commercial Bank of New York, owned by Paul Warburg, holds 21,000 shares. Hanover Bank, owned by the Rothschild family, holds 10,200 shares. Chase National Bank holds 6,000 shares. Bold holds 6,000 shares. On June 15, 1978, the Foreign Relations Committee of the U.S. Senate released a report showing that 470 board positions were held by individuals from 130 key U.S. companies. Among them, Bank of America held 97 board positions, J.P. Morgan held 99, Chemical Bank held 96, Chase Manhattan held 89, Hanover held 89. With each decision made by the Fed, these major bankers can influence interest rates, money supply, and even fiscal policies. This opacity and concentrated power have led many to believe that the Fed is not just an independent agency, but a tool for those who pull the strings of the global economy. The Federal Reserve's history is filled with power plays, secrecy, and controversy. Whether you believe the rumors or not, its influence on the world economy is undeniable. As we continue to navigate the complexities of the global financial system, it's essential to stay informed and critical of the institutions that hold the keys to our economic future. Thank you for watching. If you found this video intriguing, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest content. Share your thoughts on the Federal Reserve and any other topics you'd like us to cover in the comments below.